Hello and welcome to episode 5 in my personal video series about the Ranger algorithm, a personal algorithm or EA that I specifically built 7 years ago to trade the Forex market. In this video, I'm going to be talking about who the Ranger EA is for and who it's not for. And so I'm going to be going over specific points that may interest you and how the algorithm functions and what to expect using it. So let's get started. Okay, so I wanted to quickly show you the stats for the Ranger EA since my last update, which was on, I think, July 8th, so a couple weeks ago. So this is an account running at Oanda, which is 50 to 1 leverage, which is lower leverage for the algorithm. So if you're able to use 500 to leverage, you'll make 10 times as much. So this is 10 times less leverage, so you can see that it's profiting every single month, but it's not even a half percent every single month. So this is at Oanda, but it shows that the strategy is very consistent and making a profit every single month. All right, so this is what it looks like at Trader's Way with a 500 to 1 leverage, probably something that you're more interested in because it's making more consistent profit every single month, and it's quite a bit more. Yeah, 10 times more than what it's making at Oanda. So you can see that the consistent results of this algorithm every single month with low drawdown, as we can see right here. And you can see the live accounts that are running at Eagle FX, almost 13% with 500 to 1 leverage. It's been running since May 29th. And a live account at Trader's Way that's been running since June 2nd. All right, so looking really good with the tracked accounts and the results overall. So I'm going to get into the actual trades themselves that were taken over the last couple weeks in just a few minutes. But I wanted to start a presentation with you guys to go over who the Ranger EA is for and who it's not for. And I'm hoping that this will help you figure out if the Ranger EA is a good fit for your trading style and you as a person. So let's get started with this slideshow and talk about some of these points that hopefully you'll find interesting. All right, so those struggling to make a profit in trading. So this is what that type of trader is what the Ranger EA is for. Um, you've been searching for a strategy or an algorithm that can profit in the long term, and you haven't found it yet. And I think that the Ranger EA could be a good fit for you because it shows long-term track record and it also has a really good long-term backtest results as well. So backtests that have been showing for longer than 10 years and profiting pretty much every single month. So I'm going to actually move my face over to the other side so you can see this better. Okay, so this algorithm is also for people that have been scammed multiple times by other EAs and strategies and courses in the past. So you've probably spent a bunch of money on courses or strategies, and sometimes these courses and strategies are like multiple thousands of dollars, and that's just outrageous. The money that people sell things for online, it's pretty incredible, and most of it's garbage that you're purchasing, which is a sad reality, but it is the case. I would say probably 90 to 95% of the things online are either scams or just don't work. So the Ranger EA is I don't do any false promises. It's 5 to 10% per month on an average profit. I don't try to make the profits look bigger or better or somehow, or try to mislead the people that are using the strategy. I try to be honest and transparent as possible because I feel like the community is owed that because they've been so damaged over the last many years since so many forex scams are out there. All right, so it's also for those, and which is my third point here, looking for passive investment. So those traders that don't want to sit in front of their screens all day looking at the charts because it's boring or it's time consuming or it's even stressful as well. And you're just looking for something that you can have go on the side while you do your regular job at home or in the workforce. So I think like the algorithmic side of this strategy is really important and takes a lot of the pressure off. All right, so it's also for those wanting an investment or trading strategy that can consistently profit almost every single month. And I've just showed you some of the results over the last 7 months, so how the algorithm has made a profit every single month, and it's really consistent with that. And the drawdown is fairly low and dependable. Okay, so if you want to see backtest results, you can check out the website at bestbeforeXEA.com and look at the backtest history to see what to expect with this algorithm over a really long-term period of time and multiple, 10 plus years of back history data. All right, so let's go on to the next slide. Uh, who's the Ranger EA for? And this is slide 2. Looking for a strategy or an EA that is manageable drawdown. Now, I just talked about this, and you can expect upwards of 55% drawdown. Now, this actually happened in March of 2018. That drawdown hit a 55% level. Now that might seem ridiculous to some and really high, but it only hit once. That drawdown was only hit once in a 10 plus year period on the most traded pair, which is the pound Canadian dollar. And so that's why I've chosen these default settings, is to make sure that if that time happens again, what happened in March 2018, that we're prepared for it. And so if something has happened in the past, then it's possible that it can happen in the future. And so it's best we have to try to best prepare ourselves if that does happen again. And so that's why the default settings are the way that they are with the Ranger EA. All right, so looking for a profitable to be a profitable trader. Now, so many of us are losing traders out there, uh, and it's because there's so much garbage out there that we just don't get the knowledge and the training that we really need to become profitable traders. It's almost like the blind leading the blind. We follow losing traders over and over again and just don't know any better. So it's a really unfortunate chain of events. And, and even if we do find somebody that's profitable, it's really difficult to copy their strategy because we're not seeing the exact same things that they're saying. And so the Ranger EA is a good place to be when you're looking to be a profitable trader because it does everything for you. All right. So it's the Ranger EA is for people that are wanting to profit 5 to 10% a month passively. Now, you won't always make 5%. You won't always make 10%. And, because this is trading, you can't always depend on a set number every single month. That's just not how trading works. It's not an ATM machine, although it's kind of close to that. It profits almost every single month, but you can't depend on profiting 10% every single month using the strategy because it's just not possible to do that same 10% profit every single month of every single year. So you should expect that range to vary, but it definitely will likely pull out a profit every single month, and it has so far. Okay. Does it mean that it's going to continue to keep pulling out profit? No, because this is trading again. There's always the future is always unknown. We try to prepare for the future the best we can, but anything can happen. And so this strategy doesn't have a news filter. It's traded every price data that since 2010 in my back tests to try to gain as much knowledge and I guess history as possible, so it can adapt as best as it can in future market data. So that's one reason why I don't have a news filter on it, so it can adapt better to the future. Okay, so the Ranger EA is for those wanting a strategy with a long track record. As I mentioned, 10 plus years of back history that you can check online. And you can also look at the MyFX book stats on the website. All right, so tired of looking for at charts all day, and I mentioned this already a little bit, and this is actually something that is mentioned to me quite a bit, where people are so tired of trying to study the charts and trying to figure out why do I keep losing, or how do I keep profiting, or I should have taken that trade, or I should have taken that trade, or why did I close my trade out? And there's so much of that going on that it becomes an emotional disaster, a roller coaster, and so many people are so tired of that that it's finally there's finally something there for them. And I feel like the Ranger EA is for those people that are so tired of going through that emotional roller coaster. Okay, so who the Ranger EA is not for. Now, this is something that I think that it's a real thing. That the Ranger trading strategy is not for everybody. And I'm probably going to cover a couple of additional points in here as well. It's not for impatient traders. So that's for people that look at the charts and they're like, oh my gosh, the Ranger is in drawdown right now, and I don't know what to do. Should I close out the trades? Should I should I ask Ryan or somebody else what's going on here? What to prepare for? The thing is that that's what the back tests and the trading data that it's available online for you to look at is so you can gain more confidence using the strategy. And so when those times of drawdown do happen, you can better handle them. And so it's best to try to prepare yourself for those times because they will happen. Drawdown does happen. It always happens, and it's something that you should expect in trading in general. All right, so the next point here is not traders not happy with 5 to 10% a month. Now, this is something that I think a lot of you struggle from, or just in general at, because you have seen on YouTube and other places that um, uh, strategies that are capable of making 500% per month or even 100% per month, and you get greedy. You fall for the trap, and they're just trying to sell you on that initial product or something like it to make a sale off of you. And you once you buy that tool or trading strategy or algorithm, it's likely going to blow your account, or you're going to make mistakes in trading and you're going to blow that account yourself. And so you're just not going to understand what you're doing wrong. And it's likely because you keep risking too much every single trade, causing massive problems and big losses. So it's important to try to find, again, strategies that profit over the long term and have a really good track record so you can have more confidence with a strategy. Okay? So another point here, don't have good if you don't have a good internet or VPS. Now, an algorithm or an EA should be run on a really reliable computer or a VPS, a virtual server. So basically a virtual computer that is constantly connected to the internet and is always running your trading platform. So you can take every available trade. This is a pretty important thing actually, and a lot of traders don't realize that good internet and a reliable computer is how important that is in trading algorithms in the Forex market. So if you can't get that, then I recommend you look somewhere else. But I also have a very inexpensive VPS virtual server option on my website that's only about $5 a month that you can use, and it's very reliable. Okay, so don't have a $1,000 account to start with. Now, this is something that also a lot of people don't really understand as well. An algorithm needs room to breathe, and if your account is too small, it's likely going to blow your account. It needs a sufficient amount of balance and margin in order to function properly. And if you don't have that, then if you don't have $1,000 or 500 to 1 leverage, then you need to take those measures to ensure that you're trading the strategy properly so you don't lose money by not following the instructions correctly. Okay, so make sure if you have any questions regarding that, you can always let me know, ask me. But a good starting balance is $1,000 on a 500 to 1 leverage account. So if you're using half that leverage at 250 to 1, then you'll be needing to start with a $2,000 balance because the leverage is cut in half. Leverage, if you don't understand leverage, look it up online and figure that out. But leverage is a very important thing with this strategy, and the less that you have, the less profit that you'll make using the Ranger EA. Okay, so the next point I wanted to cover here is trade multiple strategies on the same account. So this is for traders. I'm talking to traders that are trading manually and other algorithms all on the same account, and this is a huge problem in the forex trading industry right now. And I actually see so many traders losing accounts because they're running too many strategies on the same account, and it's so hard to track which ones are losing, which ones are winning, and you also tend to make mistakes, and the algorithms don't function properly with each other, and it's just a complete disaster. So make sure that if you're manual trading or using other algorithms, that you use them on separate accounts, because this is such bad trade practice. It's going to result in losses no matter how you look at it. Okay, so that's uh, pretty much what I wanted to cover when it comes to who the Ranger EA is for and who it's not for. Now, in future episodes, and to wind this video down since it's been going for a little bit, future episodes in this video series, I'm going to be covering how to use the Ranger EA to its full potential, and that's something that I'm probably going to talk about in the next video to make sure that for those that are following me on this channel and on this video series, and if you're wanting to try the Ranger EA, how to use it properly. Okay, how to backtest. So this is probably going to be covered a little bit in how to use the Ranger EA to its fullest potential. Backtesting is so important, and it also helps give you confidence in the strategy, especially if it's a good one, so you can have an idea of how it trades and what to look for. All right, so changing the settings. So every algorithm has settings in the inputs. It's what causes it to function the way it does, and changing these settings can change how the algorithm trades almost completely. So it's important for you to know what settings to change, if any, or if there are certain settings that you want to change to help with your personality towards your trading style. That's something that you can also do in that future video. Best brokers. So this is something that I'll talk about as well. What brokers to use, what brokers have the best performance with the Ranger EA, and then drawdown and profit potential. So I talked a little bit about that in this video. Drawdown and profit are a pretty huge thing, and what to expect with that, right? And I've told you already about 5 to 10% per month. Profit is something that you can potentially make with the Ranger EA, and the drawdown is something that we'll get more into because it's really important in a of any. It's a really important part of any trading strategy. Okay, so involved risks. Now this is something that I'm going to probably dedicate an entire video to. Um, when it comes to trading in general, but also using the Ranger EA. So what kind of risks are involved when using the algorithm? And this will also involve the drawdown that can be expected with the algorithm, because they kind of go hand in hand. So we'll talk about that and how uh, you know economies and pandemics and wars will affect the track record and risks involved in using the strategy. But for now, this is all I pretty much wanted to cover in this video. I hope that you guys can subscribe and like this video, because I'm changing quite a few things. I'm trying to up the production of my whole entire videos on YouTube or my channel in general. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know of what you would want me to bring to the channel and to the next videos revolving around this series as well. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.